everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you about The Best of All Possible Worlds by Karen Lord. This is a sci-fi novel and Dr. Karen Lord is an author from Barbados. And I found out about this book from Angela from Literature Science Alliance and I've been putting it off and I'm really sad that I have because this was amazing. Amazing. So what's really interesting about the sci-fi is it's more of a social sci-fi, so it's focusing more on culture and future cultures on planets with different types of humans and more of their interactions and relationships versus like a space opera or time travel or things like that. And what's really interesting about these cultures is we do have a human race, but they have different species, and the human race has evolved, and so we have different types of brain powers, which I thought was really interesting. So there's like focus on empathy or like psychic powers or reading someone's mind, and it's just so fascinating to see this work within these character interactions and in this world. The plot of this book is we're following this society whose homeland has been destroyed, and the survivors have no choice but to reach out and go to an adopted world, like a new world to them. And we follow two main characters. One character is Grace, and she's from the planet that we're on. This is definitely a character-focused book instead of a plot-focused book, but what I find interesting is each chapter is very episodic, so it reminded me of like The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet or like Star Trek, where you're following the same group of people, but then in every episode or every chapter, they're going to interact with a different culture and we learn about the culture and something happens and there is a plot within a plot, but the focus is definitely on the characters and their relationships and their interactions with the cultures around them. And there's something about Karen Lord's writing style that just really worked for me. I took my time with this one. Even though I really just wanted to just blaze through it, there was something about it where I really enjoyed reading like a couple chapters and then just sitting with it and thinking about it, and then I'd read a few more. And it's a very almost kind of cozy feeling book. Even though some big things happen in here, it was one of those that I just enjoyed reading it and then savoring it and thinking about the concepts it's discussing. And there were so many great character moments and just some quiet moments that I'm never going to forget. And some of the relationships that were formed in this book are some of the best I've read. And just the way she writes is so stunning because this is a 300-page book and I feel so connected with these characters, and there's something about the way she writes that puts so much character work in a small amount of pages, and I just think it's incredibly impressive, and it's made for such a memorable reading experience. And our two main characters, Grace and the other character, I cannot pronounce his name, I will put it on the screen. It kind of pronounces it in the book, but I can't pronounce it. But watching their relationship kind of develop and grow, and they're kind of polar opposites. Like he's very calm and cool and logical and like thinks about everything before he does it, and she's more passionate and impulsive and empathetic and is more on the emotive side of things. And it was so much fun just watching them interact in their journey as they're exploring these different cultures together with their team of scientists. The world building in this book was so good. I really liked learning about these other cultures through our protagonist's eyes, and it was really interesting just seeing how different the cultures are. There's one that I will never forget, and I won't spoil it because I think that's part of the fun, but it was just so random but so well done. And it's interesting to see these cultures who some of them still have some of the problems we're having today, and society just hasn't solved these issues yet. And then other things, they've overcome them, and you can see how a society works without certain issues. And I just think it's just fascinating, and it's a fascinating exploration of what it is to be human and interact with people and learn from people. It was just so good. It was so good. And this is also the reprint. Her books got a reprint this year in anticipation for her latest book coming out, The Blue Beautiful World, I believe is what it's called. So this one also has 2 short stories in the back, which I did really enjoy. And these covers are just stunning. But this is definitely easily one of the best books I've read this year. It will definitely not be my last Karen Lord novel. I'm very excited to explore more of her work and read more of her short work. And I just love the way her mind worked with this book. It's just stunning. It's just stunning. So have you read this? If so, please let me know. Or if you'd like to leave an emoji, leave some kind of globe or earth emoji or planet emoji down below. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.